Hi, hello everyone. From Malmö, Sweden. I am Samantha Savage and I'm representing Malmö University. I'm part of the international office. And thanks for being here today. I hope everyone is doing okay. So first, I can just go a little bit into what we're going to do today. I have a presentation for you guys. And this includes a video, and I'll go through a little bit about Malmö University, the city, and application and our programs. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask them in the chat and I can get to them after the presentation. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. Thanks. All right, I'm going to show you guys our presentation. Okay, so basically this is Malmö University, one of our main buildings. And I'm just going to actually go ahead and jump on into the video. We start with that. Let's see here. So this is our What is Your Tomorrow video. And let's see if I can do it properly.
Samantha, it seems like there is no sound.
Oh no. Okay. Well, do you have any sound from me? Hello? Oh no. Hello?
Hello, sorry, I lost my internet connection. We hear you very well, but the video had no sound. Hello? Samantha? Samantha internet düştü arkadaşlar. Birazdan gelecek kendisi.
Hello? Hi. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened.
It happens, don't worry. What you can do is you can copy and paste the YouTube link on the chat box. You can watch it later.
Okay, we'll do that. Okay, thanks. Okay, but then how about we start with the presentation? Later on, when you guys look at the video, which I really hope you do, because it's a nice video to watch. It shows about the student life and how the fast-paced environment and how Malmö is a small but big city at the same time. So I highly recommend you guys to watch it. For now, we can go into our PowerPoint. And then there. So hopefully everyone can see and hear me. First, just a little bit of a overview. Malmö is in the very southern part of Sweden, so we're really close to mainland Europe. And it's really easy to get around and to travel because our closest airport is actually Copenhagen International. So our students really like that part. Just a little bit about the city of Malmö itself. We're the third largest city. We have a population growing of over 300,000. We've previously been known as an industrial city, but with the university and the growth of the city, it's really become a metropolitan city. And we're really culturally diverse. We have over 107 nationalities. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, great. Lots of different nationalities, lots of different languages are being spoken, different food from all over the world. It's a really nice place to live in. It's known as a quite young city. Half the population are under the age of 35. And as I mentioned before, we're connected to Copenhagen via the Øresund Bridge. So it's really easy to get to Copenhagen, which is a really cool international city, but also to travel home and see family. A little bit more about the city. We're an innovative city. We've been ranked by Forbes as one of the most innovative cities in the world. We have lots of startup companies. We're a sustainable city. We also have lots of development going on with different projects within sustainability. We're a bicycle-friendly city. As you can see here, there's bikes everywhere. We have lots of bike tracks and cyclists all over. And we're known as a happy city. We've been voted the 7th happiest place to live in Europe a few times now. And then a little bit more about Malmö University. This is the inside of the building that I showed you earlier. We were founded in 1998, so we're still quite a young university. We're quite modern. There's lots of ways that students and professors and the education can really influence the university itself. We have about 24,000 students, with 1,300 of those being international students. We have lots more research and degree projects going on, so we're really stepping up when it comes to education with research. There's lots of funding going into that lately. And we have 100 different degree programs and lots of articles that are peer-reviewed. We have 5 different faculties. We have the Faculty of Health and Society, Culture and Society, Education and Society, Technology and Society, and then the Faculty of Ontology. Most of our programs are in the Culture and Society, but as you can hear, just by the way that the faculties are named, that society is really important to us in our university and how we influence but also affect the society. But these are the 5 different education faculties that we have. Okay, and then a little bit more about the education itself. Our students, we have about 1/3 who have a non-Swedish background, and about 2/3 who are first-generation students. So we also see within the classroom that the classes are really diverse. We have students from all over the world and with all different backgrounds. So it's really nice to be in a classroom with students for so many different perspectives. We have 2/3 of students who are female, and about 87% join the labor market after graduating. These are our bachelor programs in English. All of them are 3 years long, and you will receive 180 credits after completing the bachelor's degree. We have English Studies, European Studies, Human Rights, Interaction Design, International Migration, Ethnic Relations, International Relations, and Peace and Conflict Studies. These are our master programs. You can either choose between 1-year programs, which will give you 60 credits, and then 2-year programs, which will give you 120 credits. We have everything from interaction design to migration and ethnic relations. We have biomedicine. We have teachers education. We have some culture and change and organizational leadership programs. So we have lots to choose from. We're quite comprehensive. The difference mostly with the 1 year and the 2 year program when it comes to the content is that the 2 year program, if there's two of the same, for example, media and communication studies, you can study 1 year or 2 year. The main difference there is that the second year you go more in depth into research. And also, if you would like to do a PhD, at least in Sweden, you'll need 120 credits to be able to continue for a PhD.
Samantha, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we just received a comment that the page does not seem complete. I mean, the middle of the page is visible, but the rest of the page is not visible. So
No.
can you maybe click on the escape button and we check the problem?
Yes, for sure. Should I refresh it?
Maybe like on the bottom, there is like a 46%. Do you see on the bottom corner?
Yes.
It says 46%. So maybe you can make it, no, I don't know, 20% maybe, to make it a big
Smaller?
bit.
All right, should I try that?
Yeah, let's try this way, if it will
Okay.
work or not.
Does that seem better?
No, it seems the same actually.
Because
Okay, what we can do is you don't need to do a full page, but you can maybe make it bigger now. This make it 60%.
okay.
Don't do the full page, I guess, because it goes. Yeah. Okay. Keep it 50%, and it will be good, I guess.
Okay. Should we do it like this? Does that work?
Seems okay, but now it's too small. Can you open a page with writing?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it seems okay. We see the whole page. It's a little smaller, but we see the whole page. So
Okay.
maybe you can make it a little bit bigger. 70%, let's try.
How
Okay,
about
this is good. Yeah, this is good.
Okay.
Let me see another page with writing.
We can go to our programs.
Yeah, it seemed good.
Okay.
But don't make it full page. Just keep it like
I'll
this.
keep it like this. Okay, sorry about that.
No, don't worry.
Yes, so these are our programs that we have in English. And if you go to our webpage for our on our education, you can click on each of our programs and you get really detailed syllabus about what the program entails, the teaching hours, the acknowledgements and learnings that you should get from the teaching. And exactly the requirements and what's expected of you. Okay, so I'm going to move on to application, if everything is going okay. This is our how you actually apply to Malmö University. It's all of the Swedish universities' national page for application. It's called universityadmissions.se. And basically, you can find all of the courses and programs that is offered here, and all of the important key dates that you might need to know, or any information regarding how to apply, when to apply, and documents that might be needed. I can say for now that the application is usually opens October, usually around October 15th. The dates aren't live quite yet, but you start to apply in October, and you can apply until January 15th, the 2021, to start in the autumn 2021. So you apply quite early on in the process. And then we have some general requirements. In general, all students need a proof of English language proficiency test. This is to show your English language level. The most common is IELTS, and we have a requirement of 6.5. with no module that's below 5.5. And then we do accept other forms of English test. And the university admissions, you can find all of the necessary details there. And then also in general, for a bachelor's degree, you need to submit your high school diploma. And for a master's degree, you need to submit your bachelor's degree. Usually this is in a related field, but it can really depend on the program. So we have a few programs that are open-ended academically because we really like to mix different types of academia to really think that it meshes around and find new ways of doing things. So some of our programs, you can have a general bachelor's degree. And also on our university admissions page here, when you click on the find out more, you can actually go to find out more regarding my country, and there's Turkey is listed there. So you can go to Turkey and you can do more information on specifically what is needed from you as a Turkish student. Okay, so moving on, maybe scholarships. Okay, well, we do have 2 scholarships. These are only at the master's level. We have the Malmö University Master's Scholarship, and this usually covers the entire tuition fee, and it's awarded based on your academic merits, your CV, your experience, and your motivation. And admitted students will find out more on how can they apply for scholarships. Otherwise, we have the Swedish Institute Scholarship, and that one is also for master's students, and it's a little bit more well-rounded as it's a full ride scholarship. It helps cover cost of living, and it's a really good competitive scholarship. You can find out more on the Swedish Institute webpage for their scholarships there. And they do have a specific Turkish scholarship that they've been doing in the previous year, so I'm hoping that it continues, and that's specifically for students from your country. And then just a little bit about Malmö University, the kind of services that we offer our students. Something that I work with recruiting is the communication on our webinar. So from the date that you show that you're interested in one of our programs, we contact you with information and dates on when you might need to do something, when the application is ending, if you're going to need to apply for a program, and for documented dates, and so on. So we really try to help you along the process when it comes to communication. We have university housing for our fee-paying students, and we have a guarantee that there's a place for you to live in one of our dormitories. And it's a lot of fun. You can see here, these are 2 of our students. We have an introduction program where we welcome all of our admitted students at the beginning of the year, and it's a lot of fun. It's a bunch of different academic and social activities and events, and really just introduce you to the city and to your new home. We have health services on campus. We have a nurse if you would like to speak to anybody, but we also have study and career services available as well. And our study services, if you know you want to study and you know you want to study at Malmö University, but you're not sure what, or if you can also get in contact with our study guidance counselors, and they can kind of help you along the process. And then also, I just wanted to share our vision, values, and objectives is quite important to Malmö University, to our values and who we are as a university, and the type of students that we have, and the type of students that are really successful at our university usually share the same type of values, and this is a little bit about us. You can read it yourself a little bit later, but really we're contributing to a sustainable and equal society through education and research. Our core values are really with an open society, with freedom of speech and critical thinking. And then, of course, our objective, not only to provide high quality education, but also to create and share a different knowledge and a way of understanding and living. So that's mostly it when it comes to the presentation. I just wanted to show you guys, sorry about that. very sensitive, my computer. There, get in touch with us. Study@mau.se gets directly to myself and my colleague. And you can ask us anything, and hopefully if we can't answer it, we'll point you in the right direction. We have a Malmö University Facebook page. It's quite active. We have a lot of prospective students on there and also current students, so you can also interact with each other. And then we have an Instagram account, which is run by our students. It's called @MalmöStudent. This is a lot of fun. I also enjoy following this Instagram account, so I highly recommend do that if you're interested. And then we have a YouTube channel, which not only is the video on there that I would have liked to show you earlier, but also we have teacher profiles to get to know the teacher. We have different student how-tos. We're really trying to populate our YouTube channel to share what it's like to be a Malmö University student. So we highly recommend also that our students take a look at that. Yeah, so I think I will stop sharing and then maybe take a look at some of the questions. If there are questions, I think it's mostly that there were some issues. But if you do have any questions, you can go ahead and post them now. But I see we do have one here with Dr. Fellowships available. We're working on fellowships when it comes to the doctoral level, so I'm not exactly sure if we do at this moment, but definitely we are expanding our doctoral level webpage, so hopefully there'll be some information there if we have any available. I mostly work with undergraduate programs. Questions? Okay, here the questions are. Okay, so what is the tuition fee for international students? It really depends on the program. So for one of our social science programs, it can be anywhere between 8,000 to 10,000 euro, depending on per year, per academic year, depending on the program. And then if it's one of our more technical programs, for example, interaction design, it could be more like 12,000 to 15,000 euro about per year. We do have on our webpage very detailed information when it comes to tuition fees and how much each program costs. I'm actually not sure. This is a question about Duolingo English test, and I'm actually not sure what that is. So off the top of my head, I'm going to say probably not. I know the most common ones are the ones that I showed earlier, which is we have some Cambridge examples, and then IELTS and TOEFL. And then other than that, there's not that many more exceptions that we take. But on universityadmissions.se, it's very specific on what we accept and what we don't accept because it's at a national level there. Let's see what else. So can we still apply for winter semester? Unfortunately, no, would be the first answer that I say, because application period starts quite early. So most of our programs have closed for application, and usually students who apply in October and then they get an answer in April. So our students have gotten an answer April 2020. Then they have a lot of process that needs to go on through the with the residence permit and actually moving to Sweden. So it can take some time to make sure that the move gets here. That's why most students outside of the EU have to apply during the international round, which closes January 15th. Yes. We don't really have, when it comes to grades and GPA and A levels, we don't really have any specific GPA requirement or any kind of expectations when it comes to that, because for Malmö University, it's the students, the admittance goes on competition within the other students who have applied. So students will get a merit rating from our admissions office, and then from there, they will do an assessment on qualifications. So we don't really have any requirements when it comes to that. I would say actually the most important thing is that you have complete transcript and a complete high school diploma, and that you apply on time. That's the biggest thing when it comes to applications. Let me see. When it comes to the requirement for the IB scores, I'm assuming for the International Baccalaureate, I'm not sure that I can answer that properly. Again, if you are on the University admissions homepage, there will be specific information when it comes to IB, but the score itself, we don't have any requirements. So there's unfortunately, I can't give an exact answer with the requirements. There's the dual language. So we do have a faculty of dentistry, our odontology. Unfortunately, there's no undergraduate education in English. And the information that I can give when it comes to our odontology dentistry programs is that they are usually a commissioned education. So you don't actually apply through Malmö University university admissions as you would for all of our other programs. They have their own application. So if students are interested in the odontology dentistry programs, then on the website, on our website, on the faculty pages for odontology, you can find more information specifically how to go there about that. Can we work while making our PhD? Actually, a PhD in Sweden is much more like a employment than it is studying. You're usually paid through the university. So it's you make an application if you find one of the research programs, researches that you would like. You apply for it more like a position as a Malmö University employee in a way. So you would actually, that would be your work actually. And spouses, if students are coming here for an education and are granted a residence permit, then spouses can apply for a residence permit to live with somebody who will be living in Sweden. So spouses and family usually can come during the study period. It's a migration board question, and you can find more information there. I just want to say, working in Sweden while you're doing one of your undergrad programs or a graduate program, it's allowed and it can happen, but it's quite competitive to find a job, a part-time job, English-speaking job, in addition to working, studying for your classes. So it can happen, and sometimes students find jobs and it works out well, but we recommend students not to rely on that when they come to Malmö to study. Let's see. Well, as of now, this is a question about if we'll be open in the fall or if we start online. And we're getting decisions going through the university. But we have, has been decided that for English taught programs, first year English taught programs will be on campus, online, sorry. We will not be able to have them on campus, but the first year English taught programs, we will be holding online. And this is mostly due to planning and the uncertainty and just not really sure what's going to happen. So the Vice Chancellor has made the decision for the first semester for fall 2020, it will be online. And then we'll take it from there and see what happens. Let me see if I have something else in the chat. This is a question about Swedish and how much Swedish should we be able to speak to get by in day-to-day life? Well, actually, none, if you would not like to, because English is spoken all over. Swedes are really good about speaking English, and they love to speak English. So they're really friendly and open about speaking English. So just getting by We have people who have been working at the university for years without speaking any Swedish. So it's quite easy and it's quite comforting. But we do offer Swedish courses if you do want to learn Swedish. As a fee-paying student, we have courses, a few different electives that you can choose from. So you can have one per program. And it's about 10 elective courses, credits usually, 10 elective credits for the course. And we have different levels of Swedish, but it's also the Swedish language and the culture. So you learn a little bit about films that are popular, cult films that are popular. You learn about the different traditions that they have, but also on how to get around throughout the city. So it's a lot of fun. We highly recommend it. And then also you can learn a little bit of Swedish. But we also offer, as an elective, we offer an English courses as well if you wanted to have more academic course when it comes to your English language level, or how to write a proper thesis with a high level of English proficiency, then you can also choose one of those courses. So we have those as an elective course. But in general, it's really easy to get around in English. The English language level for Swedes, I believe they're one of the, maybe Netherlands might be, have a higher rating of English as a second native language for them. So it's quite easy, but it's also a lot of fun to learn a new language as well. I'm still learning. So here's some question about getting more information about cost of living in Malmö. Well, in general, we say that depending on the student, of course, and how they live, but it could be around 800 euro plus or minus per month. Yes. So this is usually a student housing, and then that's also, that includes like our food for the month and any transportation. As I mentioned, transportation is really easy to go about. We've got public transportation, buses and trains that are super easy and go all over the city, and then also outside of the city. So we have that. And then also we have the bikes. We usually help students when they get here and teach them a little bit about how they can find a bike, or we even take them to a place where there's a big bike sale going on. So students get bikes because that's usually the easiest way and the way they prefer. So the cost of living includes the transportation and anything else that you might need. But of course, it depends on the student itself, what their lifestyle is like. Yeah, but mostly in general, right now, all of our classes are digital. And we have some classes in the labs that are going to really try to be on campus if possible. But we're trying to give our students as much support as we can for online learning. And Malmö University we have some online programs, which you guys can find on our list of programs. So we have a history of providing online classes and online courses. And of course, with the past semester, we've become very, we've been practicing a lot with that types of stuff. So I think that was mostly it for me. Hopefully I touched upon all of the questions and maybe anything else that students might have any questions with. I believe the PowerPoint is mostly the kind of information that our students usually would like to know. And I did mention that we have our student housing, which is mixed with all types of different international students. So you can also look at our university housing and just see what kind of information we provide there as well. Yes, but otherwise, if there's no more questions, I think that's it from my end.
Samantha, thank you so much. We still have 10 minutes. If you want, we can wait a little bit longer to see if there are other questions. Meanwhile, okay, you can maybe go ahead and put your contact address on the chat box so people can contact you.
Yeah, definitely. This is the address that we answer coming from us. And like I said earlier, if you guys are interested and you know you're interested already, you could go ahead and contact study@mau.se and let us know, and I can add you to our newsletter list. This is a list that we just kind of, is for prospective applicants who would like to become applicants, but we can teach you and guide you along the way what you need to do. But it's also a little bit of a culture because we send out different information. For example, Midsummer is coming up soon. So the next letter that our students will get would be about the tradition that Sweden has here with Midsummer and how it's a big holiday. And then the next letter would be, now it's time to apply for a program. Applications are open, so we just kind of help you along the way. So if you are interested already, you can email study and let us know, and I can add you to our email list. And then once, if you do apply, then we move you to our applicant list, and then there we also help you along with information in due time on where and when things might need to happen.
That's great.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Sweden, I mean Malmö University, is it a very popular destination for Turkish students?
It is actually. It's one of our well, we have students from all over the world, but we have a few students where we have more students from that country, and Turkey is actually one of them. And I've been there before. We've been there with this fair, of course, a few times, and it's really nice. We love being there, but our Turkish students are really happy. They're happy with the education, they're happy with the social life, and they're happy with living in Malmö in general. So I think it's a really good fit.
Oh, that's great. Then they will not be alone.
No, definitely not. And we do send out in the beginning when students are admitted, we send out, we start a new Facebook page that they can get on, that's just for the students for that specific year. And then they can see like, hey, I'm from Turkey, or is there anybody else here? So they can get in touch with each other also even before they get here. And we know students really appreciate that too, and found a lot of friends early on.
That sounds like there is a community there welcoming the Turkish students.
Yes, definitely. Definitely there is.
That's great.
Yeah. Yes, it's a lot of fun. I'm actually a Malmö University alumni myself, and I enjoyed it so much I ended up staying and then working here with the university. So it's obviously, to me, a great place to be. Yes. And then I can send the PowerPoint to you, and I'm guessing you can get it out to everyone who would be interested, because also with the YouTube channel there's lots of interesting videos, I think, where you could really kind of see the city and kind of get a feeling for what kind of vibe is going on at the university and at Malmö in general. Sure.
If there are people who want the presentation, they can also contact you on your personal email. Then you can send them. Yep, sounds great. Good. Yeah, well, it looks like there's no more questions.
Yeah.
But do you have anything else that you want to add before we close?
Well, I mean, just in general, we really try to welcome our students from the moment that they show interest to the time that they're here. And then from there on, we have lots of student associations and the student union who really try to take part and also make a student community, especially for international students. And then afterwards, we also, we keep in touch with our alumni, and we really hope that they're proud to be an alumni of Malmö University and that they want to share their story. So for me, it's a strong community feeling, and that it's the whole process from the time you decide to want to be a student with us, to show interest, until the time it doesn't really end after that. It kind of continues to have this community of feeling of Malmö University, and this is who we are. So yeah, I hope to hear from some of you, and thank you for listening and being a part. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for participating, Samantha. It was a great presentation.
Yeah, great to see you guys. Take care, everyone.
You too. Take care. Hope to see you in Turkey.
Same.
Bye.
Bye.